Hello, everyone. Once again, welcome to Unstop Unhinged. Today, we have the winners of one of the biggest ideathons of India, the Tata Imagination Challenge. And with the new season live, we want to get you the best knowledge and insights to ace this competition. And we have with us Rohanjeet from IIM Bangalore and Kritika Anand from IIM Indore, who have been the winners of this challenge. So you will get all the direct insider views on how to ace the perfect idea pitch. Welcoming them on stage here. Welcome, Rohanjeet, and welcome, Kritika. First of all, thank you for taking the time out to mentor the upcoming participants for this year's Tata Imagination Challenge. Beginning with the first question for Ritika, can you please share an entire understanding of the whole competition for the viewers?
Hi everyone. The competition is divided into four parts. So you would have a quiz about the Tatas first, about their brands, about their legacy. The second is a gamified round where they would test your logical reasoning and thinking skills as well as your psychometric abilities. The third is the pitch itself, where you have to record a 2-minute video of your idea, the impact that it's creating. And then the final round would be in person in Mumbai, where they would cross question you on your idea and analyze your pitch as compared to the other finalists. So that's the whole competition.
Okay, great. So, Rohanjeet, how do you think this competition is different from any other idea pitch competition in the country?
First of all, hi everyone. Thanks for this opportunity. There are a few differences if I think about all the idea pitching competitions. The first one would be that it's not only for a particular B school or for a particular engineering institutions. Engineers are there, MBA graduates are there, so it's open for them. The second thing would be that the final round, which is the interview, it actually happens as in the form of an interview itself. There are no screens, no PPTs. It's direct one-to-one communication, and it is like 40 minutes, and it's quite grilling sometimes. And I would say, lastly, it's not just about your idea. They test a lot of other things as well, like general awareness. There are logical reasoning exams. You have to know about Tata Group as well, which is always fun. It's around 2 or 3 months commitment, but yeah, it's worth it.
The biggest query that we receive is that what was the idea of the winners? What made the winners truly the winners from lakhs of other participants? So, Kritika, can you, in brief, share a gist of your idea?
So my idea was understanding how AI and blockchain can be used to sort construction waste and create circular economy where you're putting these recycled materials back into society and using them to construct your new buildings. So I believe like this idea worked because the Tatas are already doing something like this with steel. And I just added on more materials and the technology on how they could proceed and enhance their vision for sustainability.
Okay. And Rohanjeet, what was your idea?
So my idea was about energy safety, especially for the rural and underserved areas. So what I pitched was actually one of the projects which I was earlier involved with. It was an IoT-based monitoring module for remote distribution transformers. So every year, a lot of problems are being faced by MSMEs, farmers, because of their transformers just blowing up. And currently, the solutions which are present are just like regular checkups at intervals, and a lot of times there is no feedback in that. So what my monitoring module did was it was a cloud-based IoT module wherein the information is completely visible and there are community dashboards as well, which ensures that there is allegiance of the government. At the same time, there is also visibility to the people it is serving.
Thank you so much for that. I'm sure this will help them understand how they can connect and think wider when they are brainstorming on the idea phase. Moving on, how does one prepare for the initial rounds? Kritika, how did you prepare for the quiz round?
So I read up as much as I could about the Tata Group. It helped because I came from a Tata company. My work ex was at Tata 1MG, and I was fully aware of the way of working of the group. But general knowledge can get you like really far ahead, and if you just brush up on the various companies and subsidiaries that they have, and a brief history about the leaders themselves, it would help you reach the next round.
Rohanjeet, moving on, how did you prepare for the game plan round and what are some tips you would like to give participants for that phase?
Okay, so for the game plan round, during our summer internships, TAS had already come to our campus. So I had an idea about game plan round during that time. So it basically has 5 to 6 games. It usually changes a bit, but mostly I'll just go game by game. The first is spot on, wherein we have to find hidden shapes in those figures itself, in the options figures. Second is brain switch, which is just decision making, clicking, and ensuring that whatever rule is being displayed, we are able to click it as soon as possible. Then there is freight transfer, which is like a risk and reward round. It tests your risk appetite and at the same time how do you make decisions based on what has just happened. So that is there. Numero is pure mental maths. It's quick maths. Post that there is invoice, which personally I felt was quite challenging. That was the most difficult round which I had faced. It's just a puzzle based round. And lastly, there is express agent, which is a route optimization round basically. So you have to move your cars around. There are a lot of criteria which come in, and then you have to follow that. The first thing which I did was I just searched YouTube, and there are many videos about this round. So you can go there, you can see what kind of activities are needed to be done in order to have that particular success factor. Secondly, you also talk to a lot of seniors or people who have already given those kind of rounds, especially if they have gone for similar interview processes like TAS, or if they have given Tata Imagination Challenge before. So you can contact them, you can reach out to them, and you can see. But mostly it's a fun round, and it's mostly logical only. So
Understood. So moving on to the next biggest round, the idea pitch. So Kritika, how did you approach this round? Because this was really the make or break round of the challenge.
So I knew that I wanted to do something which was related to my field. So that first the research becomes easy, and second, if I knew that the last round would be grilling. So I knew that if I have like a base knowledge in that field already, I might be able to answer the questions much more easily and better. The second was the fact that I looked into what did the previous year's winners do. What were the type of ideas that were winning? So there were a lot of technology based ideas where technology was used to enhance life, and a lot of ideas centering around sustainability. So keeping those things in mind, I framed my own idea on how it aligns with me and how it would align with the previous winners as well as what the Tatas look for. So that is how I came about forming my idea.
Okay, that is very smart, Kritika. So, Rohanji, moving on to your idea, what do you think made your idea the winner?
so what I feel is that when I was thinking about my idea, I had to take a lot of time to just think about what do I actually want to say. Forming the problem statement was the most important and difficult thing. Secondly, I needed to understand that I have full clarity about my idea, and I can't just think about particular aspects of it because I'm an electrical engineer. So I was very good with the technical aspects of the idea. But the moment I talked to my seniors, the moment I talked to the buddy who was assigned to me, I realized that I had to make it like a proper business plan. So ensuring that I have financials ready, I have my numbers airtight, and I have complete clarity over the idea. I think that also helped. Plus, the idea was very related to my background, like Kritika said. So that always helps. So that is something I think can help.
I can see why the all the ideas, fit together properly and made you the winner. So tell me when your names were announced, how was the experience of the entire day? What was the moment when your name was announced? Beginning with you, Kritika.
So, I mean, it was completely unexpected. After the competition, it had been a lot of days and the result hadn't come out. So, after a point, I had just given up that, okay, maybe I'm not getting it anyway. I should stop checking the website. And the moment the result came, first I was really shocked. I had to show it to some two, three people that, okay, you're also reading this right. And then I called my mom and I sent her the link that, oh, you also see it. It was a very surreal moment.
So actually, I was just about to go out to meet my friends. I had come home on a term break, and I got the call, and uh, I basically got to find out that I won. I didn't believe it for some time, and I was about to cut the call as well because I thought it's an unknown number who's playing this prank. But amazing experience. I was very happy, and she also told me that will be featured in Economic Times. So that is also great. So my family was very happy. At the same time, I just made a call to my friends, and the first thing that they said was, we want a party. We helped you a lot. So I was, okay.
Okay. So what was your favorite moment from the Tata Trails tour, Kritika?
It was when they took us to the experience center. So usually you feel very overwhelmed by the fact that someone's trying to sell their company to you. But over there, you felt like you belonged. The way they presented it was not overwhelming, but you felt like a great sense of belonging that, wow, this is something that they've built, that they've nurtured, and now they're sharing it with you. I believe like if you get to visit that experience center once in your life, you should definitely aim that this is where I want to be. It was
That's
really
cool.
good.
Okay. And Rohanjit, yours?
So like Ritika said, experience center was amazing, and at the same time, just visiting Taj Mahal Palace also. That was also quite good.
Okay, so I think a lot of milestones, a lot of memories with this challenge. But translating it into your career, how do you think the scope of your career grew after you became the winners of TIC 2024? Rohanjeet, if you'd like to go ahead on this.
So after I won, the first thing which I got was a lot of visibility across media, across LinkedIn, and I think that really helped because I formed a lot of new connections because of that. Secondly, I got to meet a lot of senior Tata leaders as well, with whom I would not have access in normal times. So that was highly enriching, and I think because I really wanted to go into consulting and getting all of that knowledge handed to me because of this competition really helped me ace my final interviews as well. And I was lucky enough to get into consulting after that. So I think everything has just added up to this point, and it has been a great experience basically.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. Kritika, what about you?
So I believe it opens up a lot of doors. Like Rohanjeet said, you get a lot of new connections. You got to meet a lot of people there. I'm still in touch with a lot of the peers who were also the finalists there and discussing their ideas, what they're currently doing. And the fact that it helps you believe that, okay, now if I do want to have a startup, this idea could reach somewhere because there was a base and someone saw potential in it. So if I do want to pick it up, I could do it later on.
Okay, that's really inspiring. So, moving on, what are some three good to know tips for anybody looking to ace the Tata Challenge this year? Rohanjeet, beginning with you.
So the first thing would be to start thinking about your idea from now only. I had just made the mistake that I pushed it till the end, and just because they pushed the deadline to 6 a.m., I was able to submit my idea. Otherwise, I would not be sitting here. So don't make that mistake. Start thinking about your idea from now onwards. Secondly, whenever you think about your idea, think of a strong problem statement which you can relate to, and at the same time, which can impact a lot of people. So any idea is great, but if it impacts a lot of people, that gives your idea more credibility and it can actually go further. And another thing is that you should practice thinking on your feet, especially for the final interviews. So just be confident about that. And I think this would be my tips.
I don't think I could say it better than that. I mean, having a good problem statement, having a scalable idea which goes beyond just the problem that you've identified, but into a proper business use case. And third, yes, the final round will be very grilling. They will not just talk about your idea, but everything you've done in your life up till that point. There was a point in that interview where I felt like they have questioned everything. Nothing has been left in my life that they don't know.
Okay, thank you so much for all these words of wisdom, and I'm sure these will help the upcoming participants from now itself. Quickly wrapping this up, and let's have a quick rapid fire round. This also brings up some fun memories from the challenge. So, what's the favorite round from this challenge?
I think the finale, you get to be there for 3 days. It's perfect.
Yeah, same, the finale round.
And which round gave you the most sleepless nights?
The idea pitch itself. To make
Yes,
sure that it's perfect in 2 minutes, it's a little much.
it did. The idea round, exactly. Literally sleepless night.
What is the biggest myth about this competition?
You need to have a business background. I mean, I met a lot of people who were in their second or third year of undergrad, and they were as confident as someone who was coming from an MBA college.
The biggest myth was that you need to be from a particular college to come into the final 50. That I have heard so many times, but that is so false because everyone gets an equal chance.
So, what was one skill that helped you the most to reach here?
I feel communication skills are a big plus because it help, like the fact that if you add it with you're good at thinking on your feet, then on the spot, if you feel like your idea is lacking something, you can still cover up for it.
Right.
For me, I would say that it was resilience because it's like a marathon and you have to be continuously doing a lot of things, especially if you're in college. So just ensuring that you're able to focus on everything and at the same time acing each round, it needs a lot of resilience. So I think that is something which helped me.
Okay. And if you had to give a movie title or tagline to this journey of yours, what would it be?
Final round was more like Shark Tank. To be honest.
Shark Tank. Okay. Wrapping up with one very important question that a lot of students struggle in this season, particularly. How much time commitment do you think is required when focusing on such competitions? Kritika, if you'd like to take this.
So, case competitions are a way of growing. If you're doing it, if you're putting yourself out there, then it's an added plus for you. If nothing, you at least learn something if you're not reaching the next round. In this competition, the result comes round by round. Like Rohanjeet said, that it's good if you start thinking about your idea, because if not this competition, there are a lot of them out there. So your idea could plug in into other spaces. Yes, you do have to make certain amount of time, because you would have your classes, you would have your personal life, you would have sports or anything else added to it.
So I made a lot of mistakes throughout this process. So I think I'm the right person to answer this. As the rounds go on, actually, you get busier in your normal lives as well, and at the same time, you have to start putting in bit more time towards the rounds. So the first two rounds is just like half an hour or 2 hours commitment, but the moment the idea based round comes, you need to ensure that your video is on top and you are hitting like every checkbox which is there. So that will require some amount of time, and especially if you don't start thinking from early onwards like me, it will just mess up your entire schedule. Once you're assigned a buddy, it usually they give you some time like half an hour and 1 hour, and just to recalibrate on that you need 2 3 hours more. But mostly it's this only because it's the continuous process, so you'll be gaining everything throughout the entire time.
Thank you so much for all your knowledge and your tips. And thank you for also sharing your mistakes so that the future participants know where they can go wrong and they can avoid it from now itself. Rohanjeet and Kritika, thank you so much for taking the time out for this. Wish you the best in your career ahead.